What's up, guys?
What's up?
How's everything going?
Bad.
Horrible
Nice.
with the courthouse. They're annoying. They're taking forever.
Yeah, they're super, super annoying. Let's start off with some with our gratitude real quick. Um, I guess start like always. Super, super, super grateful for the opportunity to hustle, um, food, shelter, my family, and the ability to actually do deals with, with everybody in the community, and constantly always keep on scaling everything that I got going on right. Who's next?
I would say number one is family. Always. I just gotta give it to them because it's literally like my girl and my dad. That's it. And then our
Yeah,
son. And then I would also say the community too, because it's also helped me a whole lot. It's made me feel like more confident in what I can do to help sellers.
mm,
So it made me feel like I can move forward and get something done. Like when I didn't have this group, joining other groups with like 8,000 people and all this, it was so confusing and hard to get even one step done. So when I started paying
yeah,
attention, people like when you started yours, I was like excited, like, oh yeah, I'm joining this. So
yeah.
that was
No,
like a big,
I appreciate that.
yeah,
And just feel free to tell me all the negatives as well, so we can improve. That way I can
yeah,
help you guys even at the next level. So,
okay.
Malachi, what's good with you?
I'm grateful for family and God. I'm good. Grateful for waking up today, getting at this again another day. Um, yeah, I'm just ready to get started. Keep going.
Nice, nice. All right. Which one do you guys want to go first? I know Malachi, you got some deals. Bro, you got madness right now with the Pennsylvania deal, and like you're trying to source information for the square footage on this deal right now. Which one do you guys want to go first?
I got the Jeremy dude that we got locked up and we're looking at right now. I got him. He's gonna sign something that so we can extend that inspection period. He don't care. Like he just
Okay.
oh
So
yeah, it's fine.
with that, basically you can sign an inspection addendum, right?
Yeah,
Now, what would happen is basically your original contract would stay in place, and then this addendum would fix anything that would happen in that contract.
yeah,
So it's
yep,
kind of like a 10-year contract,
yeah. I knew
right?
about the addendum stuff. I just didn't know where to get one. I don't know whether to get one off somebody else or is there one in the classroom.
I can make one. Super easy. Like with all this stuff, right? You just want to make sure that everything is super super basically set out completely. If there's anything that are like if ands or buts, you just want to put them in there, and that's about it. Back in the day, I had this one mentor that told me that he did a deal on a napkin. He was literally having dinner with this one guy, and he made a deal, and they literally made an agreement on a napkin, and they went to title, and they literally like made that deal happen with that agreement that they had over a napkin.
Yeah, kind
So
of like a
like,
car.
as long as yeah, bro. As long as you both agree to something, A to Z, on an agreement, you both sign off on it. There's a date on it. It's good as any contract, even an attorney would make. Obviously, there's gonna like an attorney's gonna look out for your best interest and look at all the if, ands, and buts that could possibly happen and go wrong, and then put their legal terms in there to basically just safeguard everything. It's the only difference, right? So
Okay.
as long as it's
Happened-
understandable,
Yep.
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off. What happens with like when we hand it into a title and they take more than that 30 days from just me and him agreeing like Sunday? What if it takes longer? Like why wouldn't we hand it in now? Well, I know some people say don't hand it in one because you don't want to close it because they don't like that stuff if you can't find that in buyer. But like what happens when he's like, I thought we were gonna do 30 days and it's like we haven't handed it in and stuff. Now they have to extend it because they have to run it to clear it and stuff.
So title shouldn't take no longer than 7 days.
Okay.
To right? So at least you know that. If anything were to happen that takes a little longer, then you'd be completely transparent with the guy. Hey, look, this was supposed to take only like 7 days, and they found this, and this on the liens. It's not your fault, right? It's not title's fault either, and that's not the buyer's fault either. So you'll be able to extend that, and if he doesn't want to work with you, then he doesn't want to work with you, but you laid out your cards right on the table, and you told him exactly how everything is, the way it is, right?
Okay.
So that's as simple as that, as far as basically you wanting to put it under like in title already, it just makes it a little bit harder to find an end buyer, um, because they might want to use their own title company. So that's all. But if it's this crazy deal and you need to go ahead and get the ball rolling, yeah, bro, just put it under, go through title, and then you can always explain it to our buyers and be like, hey, look, we got this thing ready to go, clean title, everything's already ready. You just got to inspect and then close on this thing. And if they say no, I want to use my own title company, then let them know that's fine. We can use your own title company. It's just going to take a lot longer, but we don't really have much time on this deal, and that's why we did what we did. And then it could
Okay.
basically, justify for everything, and then at the end of the day, most of them they'll end up using ours anyways, just because of the circumstances.
Okay.
So it usually
Well,
happens
I have
with football.
3 other deals too, so I have 3 other follow leads that I'm looking into, but that's it for me.
Got you. Okay. Yeah, we're basically I'm waiting on one more guy. He's supposed to basically reach back out to me with what their agent said. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, like a couple more days so we get an idea of like, what these buyers are coming in at, and we move on forward from there.
Oh, we have
So
had someone hit that up for that one.
yeah, so an agent.
Okay.
So I've sent out some templates to a few buyers, and then somebody in my team, they reached out to an agent, that's also basically looking at one of their buyers could possibly take on the deal or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're just waiting on an answer back, but in the meantime, we're still constantly marketing the deal back out.
Okay.
Right. Now, Malachi, what's going on with you, bro? I know you everything fell
Uh,
apart, or
yeah, no, yeah.
catch me.
She's just not. I just don't think she's interested in him anymore. She's and I had him. We both were working on it together. And he just called as well. And she's trying to up a price just because of the land, but she doesn't. That girl doesn't understand that calling a demolition crew to come out there and then to clean up is just going to cost way too much money. She thinks that that land is worth 500,000, and she wants to get 500,000. She's not going to get that price at all. So she's nowhere near where we would even be for an offer at all on that place. So I'm going to keep her as a contact just in case some things change. And if it does, then she can call me. Right now, I don't think I have any. I had one guy out here in Utah, but he wants like 708 grand set. He doesn't want to go anywhere else with the price. He said a 3%, I think, buyer's fee on there. And then he said the 8 grand was for the new paint and the new carpets for the place. But he's just told me, he's like, I don't want to sign anything, but go ahead and get to work and find me a buyer. And I'm like, that's not really gonna work for me. And
Yeah.
that price is super high, dude. 700,000. I think that's a big thing to tackle on right now. But I did want you to look up this place. I found this one on Zillow the hour that she had listed it. And it's in, I think it's Pitts Grove, New Jersey. And
Okay.
it looks like it's a 3-bed, 1 bath. I'll have you look it up though. If you want to look it up on Zillow, she has more information. But she said this
Hey,
is an
so
as
put it
in
in the
sale.
chat. It's not recorded. The
Yeah,
chat's
she
not
said
recorded.
this is in. Let's see. I'll put it in here.
I can pull it up. But you
She's
said
interested.
Pittsgrove? Oh, Grove.
Yeah, it's in
Which one?
Pittsgrove, New Jersey.
Pitts. Okay. I've done a deal there
She's,
last year.
she's interested. She said she wanted to look at the agreement before she signed it, but she will give me an answer by tomorrow morning.
Why is she wanting to sell it?
Say it again.
Why does she want to sell it?
She just said that she was looking at other properties and she's just trying to get out of this place here. They're still working on the place. If you look it up on Zillow, they have a lot of better pictures. It looks like the bathrooms like was being painted. They just got the roof done, and so the pictures right there are accurate. The front room, everything's being painted. The ceilings are being painted. So she just put that it was an as in sale. and that the buyer must do their own diligence. But if we wanted to schedule a visit or anything else, but I called her, talked to her. She was asking if I had anybody that can put down some hard earnest money, and I just told her, I was like, well, I mean, we have to get to that point right now. She said there's wiggle room. She's not set at 169. She just understands that she needs to set a price to where they can work around to where she needs to be. But it's a great, I mean, it looks like a good place, 3 bedrooms, especially with them getting their roof done and the new paint in the house. Um, it looks decent, but I wanted to show that one to you to see. She definitely looks interested. I think one more conversation with her and she'd be ready to sign something because she it just seems like she's eager to get this sold and get this over with.
Okay.
Yeah, he had me reach out to that one in California to try to like
Yeah.
negotiate with her too and see how things go. And
So
she was just like kind of stuck in her own bubble, and her parents now want $500,000, 500K, and they're not going nowhere. And she was just like, wouldn't open, wouldn't say nothing. They're just not in a hurry. They're all right with sitting there forever. I
yeah,
guess
it doesn't
getting it.
seem like motivation there. It's just a motivation thing. They just don't
Yeah.
have enough motivation. As far as this
Yeah.
Pittsgrove one, it could be decent. We sold the one in Pittsgrove for 50K last year. It needed about like 120, 130K worth of work, and sold quick. This one would have to get this thing much cheaper than what she listed it for. But here, let me run numbers real quick. I just want to see like what area it's in before I even say anything. On the outside, it looks like a decent house. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Well, that's why I was trying to see, maybe if this is something you'd want, because I know she's very knowledgeable, and I'm still taking these classes on here. Like I'm still learning like the ins and out and some of the information. But someone who's experienced and can go in there and talk to her and give it the correct answers right on the spot. Like I said, she said that she's willing to talk, and she said if she can look at the agreement, that should have an answer by tomorrow morning. But she sounds motivated. She sounds like she's willing to talk and just open to communication because she does want to get it sold. But like I said, I caught her like
yeah,
the
no,
hour I refreshed it.
you said they put in a new roof.
Yeah, yeah. So the pictures on there, and the ones she sent me, they're just the same ones. They just got that roof done and the painting inside. She just took pictures while they were painting, but she got the paint done in the inside. But definitely, yeah, someone to go down and take a look and inspect. But it's a decent sized home. But I just think it was good that she was willing to let me know, hey, this is what is going on right now. They just today they're finishing painting up, I think, one of the bedrooms. They just finished up the roof the day before she listed it. So
I see. Yeah, let me see if I can pull anything for it right now.
she said it is on
Yes.
a loan though.
What'd you say?
She said it is on a loan.
It's on a loan, yeah.
Yeah.
So this, okay, basically comps on average are like her loan that she has right now, it's 145K balance. She financed it back in, let's see, 2020. So she just bought it in August for 139K. And then her loan balance is at 145K. Estimated loan payment 21 grand. Interesting. That's weird. Okay. I'm not sure. She's on some sort of like Express Capital is the company. Yeah, she got like a private loan from somebody. It's like a building slash construction loan.
That's weird.
Yeah, it still needs a ton of work. They just freaking painted over the windows for some reason. If you look at it,
Yeah, I was looking
um,
at it.
let's say like after repair values are like 240,
Mhm.
and that place already it looks like it still needs like 55K worth of work. We still have to inspect it and see what's really going on, but
Yeah.
we'd have to like if you want to wholesale this thing, you'd have to be in at like 100 113K to make like 5-10 grand off of it. Um, see what her motivation is and then go from there. I don't think this is going to be a great deal, especially she already put it on the market. There's
Yeah.
going to be a lot of people coming in and just driving the price up. Anything that's really on the market like this, it's going to be like super, super, super hard to turn into a deal. That's why we basically, base all of our stuff off of either off market or something that's been listed on the market for super long and that hasn't been able to be sold. So then we can come in and lowball. At least now they have some sort of motivation versus a deal
Yeah.
that's literally days on Zillow. They're not gonna like even entertain your lowball offer. They're just gonna hang up on you and never talk to you again.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
especially
is there,
for sale by owner, right? Um, sorry to cut you off, bro. Just one thing, one sec. So as
no,
far as sale by owners go, if they're already too cheap to even use a realtor, someone that's a professional in this field to go ahead and sell their home, what makes you think they're going to take a low offer? They're going to want to make the most amount of money they possibly get because that's why they're being so cheap, right? So I always stay away from FISBOs. Like when I first got started, I was wasting a ton of my time on FISBOs. You just should not do that. Because FISBOs is like you're working against the flow of the river. You're going
Yeah.
against the current. So I would basically, look for motivated people that aren't really just looking for the best price, but they're just looking for like the best transaction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I were you, I wouldn't really waste too much time on this one. It is a decent deal, um, but the motivation might not be there. And you definitely got to find out like why they just stopped in the middle of the project. You're just not telling you the full truth yet. Because think of it this way: like you bought a fix and flip, and you took out all this money, you got all this investment risk right now outside, and you just stop midway. Like, why would you do all that? Like, just
Yeah.
gotta go with curiosity, and then just poke them and see like if you can finesse it in a way where they'll go ahead and trust you enough and just let it out, or corner them with questions, and just force out the truth.
Yeah.
So that's that. Sorry, brother. What were you saying while I was just talking about the FISBOs?
uh, is there a way you could run numbers on one of these properties that I got? Because I'm like having a hard time with it. I still
Yeah,
don't know
bro.
those
For sure.
numbers.
Text it over.
Okay, yeah.
Also, we've been having a little issue with selling some of these deals right now because they're locked up too high. So anytime you like, get some properties, it's always better to come in a lot lower and hope for a bigger assignment fee than to come in like super, super close and make it a tight deal.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, just
Where is that? Yeah, I have 3 of them that I need the square footage on before I even try to make an offer. But this one I can't really.
yeah,
What'd you say?
this is PA.
Yeah. Green. Wait.
That's
Amsburg.
and yeah,
Am
Adamsburg.
Adamsburg. Yeah, it's written on the sticky note, so it's kind of messed up.
No, no, you're good. No worries, bro.
I was carrying it
Let me
around. I
see.
was expecting the phone call from the courthouse all day long, and they would not call me back.
Did you look at this one on PropStream yet?
Yeah, I looked at it everywhere. It's still, nothing pops up really with that one. I seen a couple of them. I'm just let me look it up because I can't remember them.
Okay, so what I actually do is see estimated value, it says 185K on PropStream, but I don't really even care about that. I just look on comparables and nearby listings, and then I start off with a year, and then I drop it down to 6 months. I work it backwards, just because in some of these rural areas, there's not too many sales records. So look, I
Yeah.
started off with a year's worth of data, and it pulled out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sales comps.
Wait,
And
how do you do the year's worth of data? Because I pull it up on here on PropStream, but I just
here, okay,
yeah.
how about we do this? You share your screen, I'm gonna walk you through it, and then you're gonna do it.
Let me transfer this to my monitor.
Cool.
Ooh, there we go. Can you see that? I don't know if you can or not. Can you see this?
No, not yet.
Oh.
You just gotta like click that green share button, and then just share your entire desktop. Just click the desktop down share.
There we go.
Awesome. Perfect.
Good.
Not right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, give me just a second. All right, cool. So we got it all pulled up. Open up PropStream and then look up the property real quick.
I'm on it right now.
It shows Zillow.
Yeah, it's only showing Zillow. Just share your entire desktop, not just that one Zillow screen.
Oh, what? Let's see. It won't let it. There's nothing that states like entire desktop. That's weird. I don't know why it's not doing that.
When you share, it's gonna say like Google Chrome browser on the bottom, or it's gonna say entire screen, desktop one. So just share that. Like you're gonna be able to pick.
Yeah, it's not saying that on the bottom. This one might work. Does this work?
Perfect. It's working. Okay. Great. So it's just sharing your prop stream. All right. So yeah, look, you're at comparables, nearby listings, and then comparable search. You see it says date range. So right now it's for January 2024 to January 2025. So yeah, you got a year's worth of comps right here. And you see now they're all here. If you also go to flip, right under comparables and nearby listing, there is flip. Yeah, if you go to there and scroll a little bit to the right, you're gonna see where this guy purchased at, 39K, and flip for 30. He lost money. That's weird.
Yeah.
Comparable example. You just go back to comparables.
Okay.
Here, take that that address on number 5. That's commercial general. Never mind. That's a terrible listing. For us at least, since we're just residential. You could take a look at the other ones. See, there's a 15K, 25K, 25K, and 1K. So the comps in the area are absolutely terrible. If this is the case, what I would do is basically I would save these comps or add these comps to a list and pull the agent number.
Okay. What do I ask them?
So you reach out to these agents and you tell them, hey, I'm an investor in the area, such and such. And then you tell them, I have a deal on my hands and I wanted to basically run that analysis as I'm looking to purchase right now. And I would love to, use you as my real estate professional agent in the area to even relist on the back end. And then now you have them enticed, thinking that, okay, I'm about to help this investor out. Basically just give him some market analysis info. And I just pick their brain. I tell them, okay, I've noticed that you sold this property over here. Fantastic. I have another property. I'm an investor myself. I'd love to do business with you. However, I'm new to the area and I just wanted to basically understand it. Like, hey, look, if I purchase this property at this price, how much are you going to be able to sell it for me for? And now you just go ahead and get everything that they know about that area. And now you understand it to your best understanding as well. So now you're leveraging their 10, 20 years of experience in that market. And now you basically steal all that knowledge, right? And then you know what? You take that property down for a nice price from the data that you basically learned from her or him. And then you can go ahead and ask them at the end, be like, hey, you know what? Things didn't work out as planned. Do you have any buyers that could possibly take this deal on instead of me? And I could take care of your commission too. And now you got win-win. Now you built a relationship with the agent, and then they could even possibly help you sell that. deal in the area as well.
Okay.
Right. So that's like the biggest thing that I would like, vouch for and let you guys know. At the end of the day, that's like going to be a golden gem. Now you have an advanced player in that area that is super close with you now, and you have a understanding of that entire market too.
Okay.
So I have a deal in Alabama.
Go ahead.
I would say I have a deal in Alabama right now that basically fell apart from another student. He locked it up for a little bit too high, and I spoke with an agent in the area, and she told me like, hey, look, this is a super distressed area, super low income housing in the area, and sometimes it's even hard to get rented out, even at low income housing prices. And so she was like, the price you have it at, no one's really about to buy this thing unless they're stupid. So now, I got an understanding like this without even running comps because there were no comps in the area. So it's such a super slow market. And honestly, guys, if you guys find a deal in the super slow market like that, I wouldn't say like just throw it out, but don't spend too much time on those deals because they're just going to take up so much of your time and you're not going to get rewarded at the end. And it's just a waste because you could have spent all that time looking at something decent, or like spent that time hunting for a deal that's actually worth your while.
So,
do you care if I run these other two? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Let's see. The question I had for you was, so I know California state tax is 12%. Are we getting taxed from the title company when the payment's processed, or how does that work? What's taken away
you're
from
1099. No, you're 1099. That's like, for example, like you start your own like a restaurant, for example. You make some money and you make 150 grand that year. You're not paying taxes. You're paying taxes at the end of the year when the accountant files your taxes, or whether you're filing your own taxes.
Okay, so then they'll just take a percentage off of my return, right? Is that what you mean?
No. So
Like
you're
what?
thinking as like a W-2 employee right now, right? When you're working
yeah.
a W-2 job, right?
Yeah.
Your paycheck gets taxes already deducted. When you're
Mhm.
1099, you're self-employed, right? So you pay your taxes at the end of the year.
So is it good to set
Whatever.
aside money
Yeah, set
when
aside some money.
when you're making deals, set aside money for your taxes? But if you don't have a range, do you have to look at do you look at the taxes you have to pay in the state that you made the money from, or is it just the state that you're living in and you're filing taxes? That's the percentage you want to go based off of. So if I'm living in Utah and I got paid and from a property I sold in Colorado, do I have to pay? I just pay Utah state taxes, right? I don't pay Colorado's state taxes because I'm not filing for there. Okay, sweet. That's what I just wondered.
Yeah, I would put down a good amount to the side, and then I'm not a CPA, so don't take my advice of any of
No,
this.
I get you.
Really go speak to your CPA about, hey, look, this is how much I made, this is how much I set aside for taxes. What can I do to save the most amount of taxes?
Okay.
And he'll tell you like, hey, go spend some more money on your business, whatever that may be, right? That may be hiring a cold caller, or that may be getting better systems, that may be buying some leads, that may be even buying a dispo software, whatever there may be. Or you might have all those stuff and you don't know what else to buy. You might buy yourself a friggin', I don't know, a G-Wagon to write it off, or buy some rentals to write it off.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Or told me, like my old mentor, like a year and a half ago, when I used to hop on with him, he used to set aside like 30% or 33%, something like that, every time he got paid. Because I asked the same thing.
And then the other question was, so you have that whole contract. What's to say you get a property for a good price under contract, and you make like a good amount. You make a good amount from selling it to the buyer. What's stopping the seller from looking at the contract? And are they gonna see anything? Are they gonna see what you're making and be like, whoa, that's like a lot. I don't wanna sell this anymore. How do you stop that?
You could double close. Usually that doesn't really happen. Nothing usually ends up happening on a smaller deal. Everyone sees it, or you could do blank HUDs. But most title companies won't be open to doing something like that. It's kind of sketchy. It's like, why do you want to hide something?
Okay, so when you get the contract from the seller, you're ready to go. You give it to the buyer, they sign it. You just take that contract down there, so the seller doesn't even see it at all. And then the title company, that's when they, revish out the money, so the seller doesn't see it at all. Because I guess that's the other concern is like I don't want them looking at it and be like, dude just talked me down so much. Now he's making this much, and I'm selling it for this price. I could have just stayed where I was at. I just don't want to deter them from going through with the contract.
Well, so that's not how it works. If they sign a contract at a certain price, they have to follow through with it.
Okay. Okay. And then
Once
I'll
you
let
already have it, that's the least of your worries. But I
okay.
get where you're coming from, and that usually does happen, where someone's upset that you're making such money. But they most likely, in that situation, they don't know that you're having another investor take the deal off your hands. They had it under the assumption that you're about to buy it yourself, right?
Okay.
And that also
Okay.
with the transparency, right? So if they know that you're already working as a corporation to get rid of their home, but you're offering speed and convenience, and that's what everything should be tailored around is your speed and convenience, and tell them that this is for a profit. We're not just working here for free. I tell them, like I walk the buyers, I mean not the buyers, I walk my sellers through the entire contract, and I let them know. And in our contract, it also says that this is for a profit. I think on the
Yeah.
second page, I believe. So yeah, just go through the entire contract with them, and then they shouldn't have any issues with anything, you know. And if there's a
Okay.
big fee, then bro, double close. You know, borrow some money from the lender and double close on that whole thing. If it's such a great deal, you won't have any problem with any lender like actually giving you money to double close on that thing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what a double closing is basically you take the money from the lender, you buy the whole property, and in literally 1 hour you go ahead and already sell it off to another party. So you already have another buyer lined up. That
Okay.
way the buyer
So
or the
initially,
seller will know how much to pay.
yeah. So you're not going over there. You're not calling them and being like, hey, let me help you sell your house. You're just calling them and explaining that you're interested in purchasing the property. You're not going out and telling them, hey, let me help you sell your house. I can help you sell it, in X amount of time, to somebody else. Are you like implying that you
I'm,
call them? Say it again.
I'm confused. Oh, I'm calling who right now?
So when you're looking at properties and you're going to call them, you're not calling them and they're like, well, who are you? You're not blatantly telling them, hey, I'm a middleman to help sell your property to somebody else, or are you making it seem like you're the one purchasing the product, getting them on the contract, and then taking it to a buyer?
Yeah. So basically, I'm not explaining anything in detail to them like that. I'm
Yeah.
telling them that we're gonna go ahead and close on that property. If they ask any more further questions, I tell them that we're closing on these properties with other investors, which are our partners,
Okay.
and that's
Okay.
about it. You don't need to go like
Okay.
nitty gritty and explain them
Yeah,
out
that's what I'm
your
saying.
entire.
You don't want to go through and be like, hey,
No,
this is what I'm
you're gonna
doing.
kick yourself in the butt. You're
Yeah.
gonna kick yourself
Okay.
in the butt,
Well,
right?
I'll
So
let him share the other properties, and then at the end, I want to share another one that I'm supposed to be talking
sure.
to this guy in the next hour.
Yeah.
So
Long story short, you basically want to let them know what's going on in a summarized like half a sentence figure, you know? So that way, like they know exactly what's going on, but they don't know your entire business model. They don't know how to do anything that you're doing,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
okay,
know that you're about to close on this property really quick in cash with other investors that you work with, right? So you just tell them
okay,
like we work with investors nationwide to source great deals just like this one. However, for you on the flip side, we help you guys out with providing you the best speed and convenience to go ahead and transact on this home on the sale of this home in the best manner during any situation. So
okay,
that's how I
okay.
basically
Sweet.
right? And then they focus just on what you're actually offering them, which is your service of speed and convenience. And any other thing that comes in the way, you're going to take care of it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. What other deal am I looking at right now? Is it still no?
I got two of them that I mean I can just run through. I'm not really 100% sure about them. I still don't know the square footage. It's like a whole
Okay.
sticky note full of property. I need to figure that out.
Cool. Yeah, just drop it in the comments for whatever one that you need.
Mm.
So yeah. Also, Sri, I saw that you just joined. Um, I wanted to talk to you as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, hi, Sham. Yeah.
I spoke to the buyer. He said that that's
Oh, okay.
completely fine. He's pretty cool with me. He's like, just send me send me over all the information that you possibly have on the deal. And he's like, if it's not under contract, that's fine. You can leave it that way, so it stays smooth. He's like, I don't care about like possibly cutting you guys out or anything like that. He's like basically telling me that he values our relationship more than just dealing one property. He'd rather get 10 deals from us, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm gonna send him over everything that we have currently, and
Mm-hmm.
then we move from there. He wants to walk it. So the big problem that he's had in Trenton is that a lot of these tenants don't pay, and some of them are really, really, really poor quality, and that area is really, really bad. It's not the greatest area.
Mm-hmm.
So he's telling me that as long as everything checks out, the property doesn't need too much work, and as long as the tenants are paying on time, then he's ready to actually pull the trigger on it, even if it does need the COs. He'll take care of it.
Okay, okay, sounds good.
You know,
So, like,
and
yeah, I spoke to the agent also. What she mentioned is like, um, a seller is ready for walkthrough when we have the offer confirmation. Like, I said, like, oh,
okay,
okay. So I said, like,
we
okay, we are
we can
going to
send,
buy. So I said, like, okay, we are going to buy for 350K, just to get the walkthrough. She didn't
I
ask
see.
anything like written, just like verbal. Yeah.
Okay, so just tell her the how much were they asking again? I'm sorry, I was just looking at a lot of deals.
281
For
or 281.
281, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why not just offer that 281 and tell them that we would come in cash?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we can schedule the
Because
appointment and
our buyer, he's ready to come in cash. He said that I could close cash as well because he's doing a refinance right now, and so he's sitting on a lot of cash. He doesn't even need to come in with hard money.
okay. Okay. So
So
what price
like
did you?
281, just tell him 281.
Okay. So he's going to give us the assignment too, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So we could just make the offer as of right now, just so we can get the walkthrough,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
and then we can work from there. If need be, do you do you think you can go with, or you want me to go to the walkthrough?
Yeah. I can come. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
fine.
go all together and see like how it is and
Sure. I haven't met him in person, so I will go as well just to meet the buyer in person. He was
yeah.
taking a look at a few of my deals in Salem, but I
Oh,
sold
okay.
them before I even got a chance to even speak to him about it. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
So okay, I'll touch base with the agent tomorrow and see like what time we can schedule. So then
Mhm.
yeah, we can stop by and see. Yeah.
That works. That works.
Sure.
Awesome. How's your other deal coming up along right now?
So right now there is a snow on the roof. So I was thinking to wait for other 2 or 3 days, let the snow melt, and then go for inspection. So already like
Okay.
tenant is already is packing stuff to move out. So I see like the deal is not going anywhere. I think so. Yeah.
Hmm. Understood. Okay. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I try
That's
to tweak the seller from other message like other number. Hey, are you interested in selling? Like are buying. Is like yeah, we are already under contract. So okay.
I see.
Somebody
I
like that
see.
today too.
Yeah. So I got the notification from county also. The NOIC is completed. They
Hmm.
send it over that too. So
Okay. It's
yeah,
nice. So it's moving along at least.
yeah. Let's see how it goes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
And
want to
best
just list it and see like how it goes. Like I heard about the
I mean, case
brokerless.com.
scenario. Which one?
I heard about the brokerless.com.
Brokerless. Okay.
Brokerless is where you can go just list without an agent. So it pushes the
Right.
brokerless pushes your listing to all the listing services.
Right on the MLS.
Yeah, on the MLS. Yeah.
Understood. Yeah. It's
So
just
you,
it basically gets listed up there, but it's not marketed. That's all it is.
what is the difference? Like, yeah, it is listed up there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just listed everywhere, but it's not being actively marketing. No one's marketing it actively. That's all.
Oh, you mean like no brokers will pick up and market that?
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't have an agent working for you.
Yeah, I mean, like
You know.
we can just say like buyer agent gets some X amount of dollar amount, or like
Right.
this percent I'm going to offer the buyer agent, something like that.
But it still works. It's still great. At least you
Yeah,
got
yeah,
your job done and you put it all over the place.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's 10 times than just listing it on Zillow for sale by owner.
What do you said? I missed that.
Yeah, it's like 10 times better than just listing it on Zillow for sale by owner.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at
Rather,
least you're listing on the MLS,
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah,
which, yeah. So guys,
yeah. I
well,
try
all he
to,
was saying, I'm sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'll try to push through all the Facebook groups, and first time I mean like investor groups. So who are ready to buy the as a turnkey rental? Yeah,
Yeah. Also, I would put it on to like groups like Welcome to New Jersey. People that are moving to New Jersey looking for a place. I
yeah,
think that
yeah.
would work great because if you put it for like a end buyer that's going to live there, like a retail buyer, then
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get the highest price for it.
Yeah.
So
So
that's a
I,
good
I
idea.
was I was part of that JC group,
Yeah.
62,000 followers on that group. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'll list it on that all those groups and see.
Right. Right. Right.
Like
Right.
there are
Nice.
Pennsylvania groups, there are New Jersey groups, there are Maryland, New York. Just try to push it in everything and see like what we can find out. Yeah.
Right. No, definitely. Definitely. Okay, nice. So basically, guys, he's talking about listing services. So there's different kinds of listing services that you can use instead of just hiring an agent and then having to pay them, their entire commission. So this is just flat fee. You can get like, listings all the way from like $150 to like $400 just flat fee, and then these people will go ahead and just list your property on the MLS, right? It's kind of like a cheat code if you want to avoid the agent. So, but it works. It definitely does
Yeah, it
work as long
works.
as you have.
Yeah, it works if your property is in hot market, it works. But if the
Yeah,
market is like kind of slow, then you need more agents to market that. Yeah.
yeah, and especially with New Jersey. New Jersey is a hot market. We have a big demand for homes.
Yeah,
We don't
yeah.
have that much inventory.
Inventory. Yeah.
Yeah, so Talia, these two properties that you sent over, do you wanna put them on PropStream like you just did with the other one?
Yeah, sure. Oh shit. 605. Which ones did I send?
So 605 Greenmont Street, 1561 or 15601. It's
Green.
GRENMONT Street. What I'll do is I'm gonna search it up on Zillow just so you get the actual address, and then and you can copy and paste it.
See, it would pop up. The one that popped up. Oh shit. With the
It's
courthouse.
605 Greenmont Street, Greensburg, PA.
Yeah. Green. Should I put in Greensburg?
Yeah.
No.
So just here, copy and paste what I just sent right now in the chat.
Is Greenmont? Oh, Mont. Okay.
Just copy and paste what I just put in there.
Okay.
I just want you to do it. That way you also get an idea of like what's going on, how everything is done, and that way you get proof of concept. Whenever
Sometimes I have
there's
to.
no data, yeah, you're gonna have to search it on the map. It's super annoying because it might have been filed in the county record as a different address. Sometimes the city is different.
Try to trim the city once. Just trim the city, Greensburg. Just remove the Greensburg until the ST. Go
Yeah.
S. Okay, hang on. Okay. Sometimes if it is written as street, STREET, then it will pull up. If we put ST, okay.
CER. What'd you say? Street? Just put street.
Yeah, just put.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think so. It's there. Yeah. Okay. Can you remove street too? Okay. Remove it. It's not pulling up. Yeah.
It popped up on Zillow. I think this is the
So
one.
what I do sometimes is I just look all the way into the map, and I go all the way down to the point where I see the parcel, and I just click on the parcel.
Okay, so
take
I
time.
never did that before. Could you? I don't know how to do any of that one.
Basically, you're gonna pop up the screen on Zillow and see where it's located on the map, and I'll look at this map and then basically find that on this map. It takes a little bit of time, but for now we can look on the look at the other property that you had.
Okay, I'll just go back.
Yeah, you could do that on downtime to find it. You're just basically gonna look at Zillow's map on where the property is located, and then look at PropStream's map, and then just find that location, and then click the parcel. If that makes
Okay.
sense, but it just might take a bit of time. So for now, let's just underwrite the other one, the 228 Dorothy Street.
So you said on Zillow, just zoom in, and it should pop up. Why won't that go away? It should just pop up that, right?
No, I'm saying look up the map on Zillow where the property is on Zillow, right? On the map. You following
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then you pull up the map on PropStream. So now you're comparing two maps. One map is from Zillow and you see where the property is. One map is on PropStream, you don't know where the property is. And you look back and forth and you see where the property is on PropStream. You find the parcel and then you click on it, and then it'll give you the address that's recorded in there.
Okay.
Does that make sense? It's just going to take a little bit of time, but I want everybody's time to be more useful right now. You could do that on your downtime. Let's just go ahead and look at 228 Dorothy Street.
Is it showing? Popped up? Good deal.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I just do the same thing again. Go down to comparables and nearby listings. And also, sometimes this might not be the most effective way. So what I'll do is actually just take the zip code on the property, and I look in the nearby area for just a zip code, and I'll go ahead and pull comps that way of what has been sold in 6 to 3 months, you know. But as of right now, also just look at the 2 flip comps. I just want to see those two. So they were purchased in, see like when they were purchased. Can you like just extend that purchase date so you can see the full date? That little purchase tab. Just no. Yeah, just stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So 2023 for 60K, another one for 2024 for 30K. See how much they actually flipped it for.
That one says 1,700 square foot, and I'm trying to find out the square footage. So
that guy flipped it for a loss, and the other guy also flipped it for a loss. These comps are stupid. Go to comparables, the 9 comparables. This is the issue with properties in the middle of nowhere. You can say the ARV is at, see, like there's one that sold for 170, 170, 180. Okay, so those are just duplicates. All right, so 170, 180, and then these other ones sold for wholesale deals for 30K, 30K, 38K, 155. Okay, let's just run the ARV at 150 just to be safe. What's wrong with this deal as of right now? What needs to be done?
let's see. This is 2-2. I have to pop it up in Podio. 228.
You remember what kind of work needs to go into it?
No, I talked to so many people today. I just have to go look at the notes.
I got you.
I'll be sitting down running through everybody. It he said it appraised for $350,000, which I mean we know appraisals are not the best, but the roof is less than 5 years old. The heater, I have no clue what the heater is. There's nothing there, but the air and like the HVAC and stuff, and is like 5 to 6 years old. It's oil and heat. And then I just have in my notes I need to get pictures, but it's not too much. It's not like all beat up and like crazy work. Excuse me, crazy work and stuff like that. But it's vacant, and yeah, it's a probate.
So what, like floors, kitchen,
Thinking like,
bathroom?
yeah, he said like the kitchen might need some updating. There's wooden floors under the carpet, white oak under the carpet, and stuff like that. So I'm thinking like maybe around that 25,000 mark of repairs.
So you
Even, but,
say kitchen, bathroom, floors. What about the windows? Windows need work? How old are the windows?
I did not say that. I need to start asking that question because I
So
do
let's
not.
just go ahead and calculate for windows as well. Roof.
He said everything is
Indeed.
really good shape though. So
Okay, so let's say if it was just windows, floors, bathroom, and kitchen, it's gonna run you like 40
okay,
grand. How many square feet is that?
this is on the list of I don't know. I'm trying to
Okay.
contact her. Yeah.
So what are these other properties? What are their I'm sorry guys. What are their square footages on average? Can you just scroll on the comps?
Let's see.
So you just take the average square foot. Okay, 1,200, 1,200. All right, let's just say that ours is also 1,200. So let's just run it at like 40. Let's be conservative. Let's do 45K rehab.
Yeah, it's a
So
3 bed, 2 bath. So 3 bed, 2 bath. Oh,
so
there's
let's
no
go
square footage for it.
150K ARV times 7, times 0.7. We're at 105 minus 45K in the rehab. Let's take off some closing costs. Let's do 10 grand off of that, closing and holding. We're at 50K MAO. And you see already these properties that have been wholesaled on the bottom or even just sold for cash. Go to the left. Yeah, look, see 30K sale, 30K sale, 30K sale, 38K. You know, like the most someone's gonna pay for this is like 40K. So
Okay.
I know like the
I
50K.
see the 3.2 say like 170, 170. I got the 3.2 on live. So I don't know if that matters or not because I see the 3.1. Is that
We
1,200
get it.
square?
We just wanna be super conservative,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Think of yourself as a buyer right now. Just put yourself in a buyer situation. Imagine buying a property in the middle of this like place that's just super slowly moving. Would
Okay.
you run if you were to buy a property today, would you run your numbers off of that 170K?
No.
That's just
Probably not.
literally throwing the disc, right? Throwing the dice on the table. Like it's just not worth it. If I were to purchase a property, that's how I put myself in this situation every single time. If I were to purchase this property, how would I run the numbers? Am I going to be super conservative just in case something happens because my money's at the line? For sure. So run your numbers for your buyers also the same way. They're also the same exact people, right? They're also investors. They're going to be super lenient as far as like their purchase price, depending on how they ran it, and it's going to be super conservative. I can promise you that.
So
And you
start
already
at
see,
150.
yeah, no. So the MAO is at 50K.
MAO. Okay.
Yeah, your ARV, and let's just go ahead and be conservative at 150K times 0.7. You're at 105 minus 45. You're at 60 minus another 10K for closing holding costs, and you're at 50K MAO. But regardless, look at the sales comps. Look at how much these other properties are selling for in a year.
Okay.
30K, 38K. So even when we market this thing, we might, because that's the thing with these slow moving markets. You want to be super conservative because these people are not about to pay like every last nickel and dime for your property because they know
So
that like me and 3 other people are the only buyers in town. All right. If I say F you, then he only has 2 more chances. Like, that's not a good situation to be in the first place. And 2, you want to have a really great price for your buyer to just scream and just say yes.
Okay. So,
Especially in market.
we try to sell it off at that 50K mark. So anything below, so if I can get it, grab it at that 30, 35, we could try to push it for that 50.
We can try to push it at 50, right?
Okay.
I'm not saying that we'll even get a bite at 50. Look
All
at
right.
the comps. There's properties selling for 30 to 40K. If you're gonna go ahead and like, look, for example, in my market in South Jersey, I buy a lot in Salem, right? I get properties being pushed to me from wholesalers for 70K, 80K all day. I'm like, bro, these aren't even deals. Like, this is stupid. This is deals to somebody that doesn't even know this market, right? I'm buying properties over there for like 40K a door with, you know, a ton of rehab needing to be done, but 30K, 40K. Now somebody comes over here running comps like this and then comes to me and like tries to sell me a ran down house for 60, 70, 80K. I'm going to look at them like they're silly and they don't know what they're talking about, right? So like we could just say that, hey, you know, how much would you come in? And then just get them to tell us a price and then go from there, you know?
Okay.
Um,
Where,
even want to
where
offend
are you picking up a lot? So maybe I can look over there and try to find some things. So you said Salem, New Jersey?
Yeah.
Because I always find slow markets. Like I can't find nothing in like a decent, market at all.
Yeah.
I'm always picking up slow ones.
Half these people that you're going to call in Salem, my team has probably already called them. But there's a lot of people that are older and moving out of Salem. So if you can find like probates and tired landlords, those are gonna be your best bet. Like I'm buying a lot of stuff from tired landlords. Like the 3 unit that we're working on right now, it's at 140K and it needs literally like 6K worth of work. So that's like those are the kind of numbers I'm working with right there right now. So that's what 146 divided by 3. We're looking at 48K a door, turnkey. You know, and then someone comes and tries to sell me $80,000 ran down one. And like, what are we doing here? You know, this makes
So
no
you like
sense.
to say like
So
40, 30K a door that's completely ran down?
yeah, that's fine. But it just can't be like crazy amount of work where we're like basically knocking the place down, right? So I try to basically stay all in at like 90, 95K. We gotta
Okay.
stay underneath 100K because these places are only refining at like, you know, appraising at 130 to 140.
Okay.
And then that's in the nice areas. In the bad areas, they're appraising for like 100 to 120.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'll try to like pull
It's
something
also
tomorrow.
good to it's also good to wholesale in markets that you already have end buyers in, right? And that's why I always tell some like, you know, a lot of people that, hey, look, you're gonna wholesale. If you wholesale in Jersey, you got a cash buy right here. Like I'll buy.
Yeah.
You know, I'll buy myself and we don't have to worry about like, your fees or whatever. Like I'll tell you how much I need to be at. And I don't care if you bought that property for $1 and then you wholesaled it to me for 40K. I don't care. I'll pay you your assignment. I just need my numbers to work. I don't care about how much you make. I want you to make a lot of money too.
All right.
You know. So yeah, that's it.
Get that
Malachi, you
first one.
sent me a deal and what'd you say?
Are you talking to me or?
He said something real quick. Just let him finish and then I'll answer you.
No.
Talia, what were you saying?
Oh, sorry. I said I was just trying to get the first one done so I can get into what you were talking about, that
Yeah,
PPC, PPL. Yeah, I'm just do this tiring.
I got you. I'll help you out with that.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
on and off, on and
Malachi,
off.
I know. More consistency and reliability. We'll get you there. No worries. It's just gonna take time and a lot of hustle, but you'll definitely get there. Malachi, what's up with this one that you sent over? The one in
I wanted you
Pueblo.
to take. I wanted you to take. I just called him right now, while you guys were talking. Like at the start of it, just called him right now, and he wants to sit down and talk on the phone tomorrow. But he was basically stating if we can get it sold in 30 days, then he would be very interested in sitting down. He can go over all the details of the home. He was telling me that it's vacant now, so if anybody wants to come take a look, we can come take a look. But I called him right now, and so tomorrow he said that he wants to sit down, and if we can come to a good price tomorrow, he said he's ready to sign whatever. But they moved his mom out 30 days ago into a home, so he's selling the home now. But it looks like it's I sent you that address to see if we can take a look at it together because he said it's on the
yeah,
loan, but he needs the price.
it's been listed on the market for like 81 days. So what the price that he has it listed at is terrible. I mean, the market's telling you right there that it's not moving at all
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah, and I looked at some
Whatever.
of the ones sold in the area, and it looks like there are some that have been sold in the area for around that price, and there's also some that have been sold in the area for 210, and as low as 204. So
Understood. Okay, here, give me a sec. Just a second. Hold on.
they did say it was on a loan.
Yeah, that it don't really matter too much for us. You can tell right here. The loan balance, 86K, 4.5% interest rate. The lender right here. Premier Mortgage Services, new conventional loan, so they put a decent deposit down. It sold for 127K. That's how much they bought. They bought it for back in 2018. Yeah, here's comparables from the last year. 30 comparables. We're gonna knock this down. There you go. That's better. We're gonna niche this down even. Look, actually, we're gonna leave it like that. Perfect. See, this is a good area. Pueblo is we've done a lot of stuff. I mean, subject to deals here. Yeah, let's take a look at some of these flip comps. Yeah, like 200. Bought for 80K, sold for 275, 232, sold for 325. That second one is over here. 190K, they sold this one, so probably put a lipstick on a pig kind of thing. Here, let's look at some of the square footage. So ours is a 22,000 square feet. We could compare with this one on the first one. 185K, they sold it for. This one we can kind of compare it to as well. Sold it for 249. All right, let's say it's like 249. Here, I want to see how nicely they did this. Ours is selling for 225. It needs a whole new kitchen remodel. The floors are good. Roof looks good. Windows look decent. I think there's like wallpaper. Yeah, there's like wallpaper here that needs to be torn off. Carpet, so floors need to be done. Bathrooms are a little outdated as well. Bathrooms need a refinish. Let's say this thing needs like 40, 45K. Yeah, like 40K. Let's say 35 to 40K this thing needs. This is nowhere near a deal. Let's say ARV's at 250. You're gonna have to get this thing super low. Again, this is a for sale by owner. I was telling you, they're super cheap people to begin with. And you're gonna be running around in a little rat race of trying to convince these people to lower down on the price. So 250 times 0.7, you're already at 175K minus a rehab. Let's say 35K rehab. We're at 140 minus holding and closing cost. Let's do another 15K off of that. And then minus our assignment, let's start off with 30K. We're looking at 95K. You can start the offer. Our MAO is at 125. Makes sense. MAO is at 125. You can start offering at 95K. I'm telling you, you're just wasting your time. Don't bring up another for sale by owner. We're just underwrite this deal for no reason. I mean, like for underwrite's sake, like great, like you get to underwrite the deal, but it's gonna be a waste of time, like going back and forth with this dude.
Okay. But you
He's
you
already
can, I mean, you can,
21 days. He's already gotten tons and tons of investor offers to begin with. He's probably
yeah.
sick and tired of getting investor offers already. And I know he's probably saying, "Oh, I'm negotiable on price." I'm sure he is. I mean, definitely. After sitting on the market for 81 days, but being a FISBO, his negotiable is probably like 5K off or 10K off. It's not going to be 100K off.
Is there a setting or something to where, because I don't see any, I see some listed by auction, but I don't ever see any listed by agent for me to call.
By agent, I mean, here. I mean, for sale.
It's my mic.
Excuse me. And now you go to more. You could filter everything out. I think they should have like a for sale by owner thing. We're here
Okay,
where
that
you can
popped.
only check for sale by owners.
That popped up way.
See right here, look, by agent and then by owner.
That popped up way more places too. Okay, that
Yeah.
works.
So I just wouldn't be like that's not my thing. I already did it. I had no success doing it. I'm sure you can go ahead and get a deal doing that. But I'm sure while someone else is going ahead and calling for sale by owners, I can go lock up 5 deals in the same amount of time frame of someone doing that. You're basically like the river's going downhill and you're trying to go ahead and swim uphill. Like it makes no sense to call those guys.
Is Salem County the same as Salem? Are they both the same thing, or
No.
are they?
So
No.
I mean, Salem is inside of Salem County. However,
Okay.
Salem City is Salem City. It's inside of Salem County.
So that's what you're looking for, though. That's Salem
Salem
City.
County is, what?
You're looking for it inside of Salem City.
Entire Salem County. That's fine.
Okay. All right. I was just confused because it popped up on Zillow a bunch of different ones. I'm like, whoa.
A property that's 10 miles away from Salem City might not be the same price as a property in the middle of Salem City. So you're gonna have to just come to me. I'll help you comp it out if anything. And but you comp out the same exact way that I just taught you.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm just staying inside of
All
that Salem City.
Yeah. Anything in Salem? Here's like a quick way to run any kind of numbers in Salem. Just try to stay underneath, 85K a door. So let's say if rehab is 10K, now like purchase and rehab must be under 85K, 80 to 85K a door on the worst streets. Now on good streets, like 7th and 8th Street, you can go ahead all the way up to like 100 grand, all in, right? That's where an investor is going to want to stay at, all in. Purchase, renovation, holding costs, and closing.
Okay.
Right.
So they would
so that helps
around 30, 40K renovation and then resell and be at 100K.
No. I don't think you understand. All in needs to be at 100K, right?
Okay.
For all in, like if I bought the property for 50K, did renovation for 30K, and my holding and closing cost was 20K, I'm all in 100K.
Okay, and then resell for a higher bid. Okay, all right.
Right. Or that's a rental market. It's not really a flip market. So the investor's going to be able to refi their money back out at that price point. But on the crappy streets, that resale value, that refi price is going to be lower because the appraisal is going to come a lot lower. Right. So you just want to know how much it's going to appraise for. And then 70% loan to value is what most of these investors are going to go for. 70 to 75.
Okay.
So whenever you go 70% loan to value, whenever you're on a refi of anything, as far as like any property, you're always going to get a better rate going 70% compared to 75 or 80 sometimes.
Okay.
So most investors are going to prefer to stay at 70% loan to cost. I mean, loan to value.
Okay.
Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, a little bit with the loan value stuff because that's kind of new, but yeah, that makes sense.
Just stick to the basic, like I said.
Yep.
All in 85K. Right. So if the property needs 50K worth of work, right, 80 minus 50. Now you know your max allowable offer is at 30K. So you need to go get the property underneath that 30K price point.
Okay.
Right? So just go. If the numbers are super tight, just let me know, and we can work something out. And we go on from there. And if it's a really crappy deal, we wholesale it off.
Okay. And then before we get off, I know you were asking about what to put on that classroom. And I had an idea for you that you could put in like how to run rehab because I know someone asked on there, and I figured that could probably be another of that classroom stage is how to figure out rehab costs, light, medium, and heavy. Thought that was pretty.
Yeah.
Pretty another idea.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay, I gotta get my kids some dinner, so I
Yeah,
appreciate
gotta
you guys.
get on.
Sweet.
Likewise. I'll talk to you guys again on Tuesday, and then we go on from there. Just post in the community if you guys need anything, and then we run it up from there.
Okay.
All right. Good night.
820 ground rent. I don't know what that means.
What?
He just said 820 ground rent, but I don't know what he's talking about because that's not my question.
Idea.
I don't know.
It's all right,
we'll
guys.
see you.
Have a good one.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Sean.